Thank you so much, Neil and Trent. We are here. We are live. We are in the play stage, and you're not muted either. Oh, you did such a good job, man. How you doing?
I thought you had me. No, I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll here. So we get in this one. Yeah, finally we get to see a little bit of Division 2 action ourselves, as both these teams now found themselves kind of in the limbo, right? Of where are you going to go after this one? Well, you make it to the big playoff stage to join those upper bracket teams from Tier 1.
I mean, that's the hope, at least. Just Era was already there, and they got walloped. They got completely demolished. So we'll see if, you know, again, there's so much history about this match in particular, and the panel already talked about it a little bit earlier. If you're Yellow Submarine, you are looking to prove yourself here. You're pissed off. The other thing that I think, I don't know if the panel mentioned, but they got to watch a lot of Yellow Submarine's matches going into that other play-in stage. So now it's sort of on the other foot, where now Yellow Submarine have had a chance to watch a lot of Just Era's matchups, and they're going to come in with their own ideas. And you know, the panel seemed to agree at the very least that they liked this Yellow Submarine draft. So you kind of feeling the same way about it?
Yeah, I think it's very good heroes for the meta. There's no doubt, just like very familiar faces and a little bit of like regional speciality for sure with the Disruptor too. But if you look back on all the games from Yellow Submarine, this is definitely their comfort zone. They have they've opted for several of these heroes through the group stage, especially that IO, which I would say they probably value the highest across the whole board.
The battle begins.
Well, very highly valued across the region, and feeling like a pretty good start here as they're able to sneak away that bounty rune. So bad taking it. Pushka giving him a little couple more punches on the backside as they head out of there. Curious if they're going to stick with this sort of 3 heroes up top or not. There's definitely some potential for it, since it's just the ABBA down bottom.
Yeah, this looks pretty good, right? I mean, you want the eye with the slider for sure, right? That's a great goal to try and have. And then Disruptor's only going to move if needed down bottom, and that won't happen for at least a couple levels.
Yeah, Zayat is already moving down here, level 4, with the Burrow Strike. Not sure what he was checking out for down there, but he won't find much. And so it is like a Sand King position 4 against Disruptor. This could be a little bit scary. There's a lot of damage potential, particularly once they get level 2 on solo.
Right, exactly, and actually be able to freeze them up after the Burrow.
Gonna spam out some more of these chilling touches consistently and try and do whatever they can, and it's kind of this awkward 2v2 and then 1v1 on the top side between Collapse and Ramses.
Yeah, that's good for 404 because it means Ramses is just getting like some 1v1 time, not being harassed, but at the same time it's a slider, so you're not like winning in that trade, but at the very least you're not being pressured by the supports at the same time, because this is a lot of damage over time in this lane from Yellow Submarine, which is obviously something that Faceless Void is not very good versus. You see a little time walk used there. That's once every 24 seconds at the beginning for that little amount of damage.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we talk about Disruptor being sort of a garbage laner, not really the greatest on the Faceless Void. So bad able to get the jump away there with the tether. And that does mean this pull is going to sort of complete. Ramses comes on in to secure the last couple last hits, but this wave is in a really good position. Anything we should really be watching out for in the other lanes at all? I mean, I know this is where all the action's going on at, but...
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be all top. I mean, man, it's just Monkey versus the Void Spirit. Sumail off to a pretty good start here, but overall, should be fairly expected. Things will get better for the Void Spirit as the level starts stacking up, get some physical damage resistance, as well as the Remnant to maybe help control any aggression from Sumail.
Has been killed.
So not too shocking there. And then bottom's just going to be a pretty big snooze fest.
Yeah, a snooze fest that does appear to be, at least for the moment, going relatively even. Sven already has his bracer up. ABBA taking the Orb of Venom and then putting more points into that Curse after taking the Aphotic Shield. So we'll see if he's able to sort of do some pressure here. It looks kind of like an annoying lane now that he's got level 3 on no one.
Yeah, I thought the second point was interesting in the Aphotic Shield.
Oh, barely getting out of there, and he was using his TP at the same time, and now Solo trying to turn on Mapushka, but he's got a Fairy Fire. Solo's gonna die too.
Oh. That headdress is doing so much work with how much they're battling here as the eye on the Disruptor. Oh, the value. I wonder if they're going to notice this courier too. I think he sees it.
No.
Yeah, whoopsie.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of pain in the last couple minutes up top.
And the fact, as you mentioned, that he TP'd too.
Right.
Zayat actually walks back for his boots. He's like, yeah, okay, I gotta hurry this along, and I don't want to risk my courier.
This this is more time where, yeah, Ramses is sort of farming here, but he's not feeling great about it. Look at how much pressure they're just putting on. Like you said, the headdress means you can trade so much more effectively. And a huge wave pushing in. Ramses is going to need to find something else. Only 12 last hits so far, as they did get the stack on this hard camp and then also the pull off.
IO has lost like some value in various ways over the years. Oh, well, as I'm saying all this, yeah, he's good. But I think this is where the hero really shines now, is these little dual aggressive lanes like this, where you can just abuse the region even more. It reminds me of like the Chen when we first started really seeing the Divine Favor abuse. Now I feel like it's more about the creeps for Chen, but IO is still all about this HP train and the trading just always going in your favor.
It's so annoying to play against, and it feels like you can take these heroes, again, Disruptor, that you don't normally imagine as like lane bullies, and kind of make them work that way, just trading constantly.
Just like 50 attack speed, IO, bonus HP regen, just at level 1. It's so good.
Really crazy. Well, Disruptor has made the rotation down bottom, and is Miposhka gonna get the courier kill? Not quite in range, and with the aphotic shield laid on, Miposhka is gonna be able to dodge away from no one. But now we've swapped up these lanes a lot, and Slardar and IO are solo up top.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to rotate down from Miposhka. The level 5 on the Ava, just a time where you could see the punish being there with like level 3 in the shield as well as the curse. I could see how that would be sort of unfightable for the Sven and just gonna slow down your farm way too much.
Mid lane, a little bit of damage there onto the Void Spirit, who is a bit behind Sumail right now. Sumail gained his level 6 before Toronto Tokyo. And Crush, chase down, solo, lots of damage up top. They get the finish. Ramsey's trying to turn this back around with Zayat making the rotation, but when you rotate a hero out, you're still getting kills.
Oh, Zayat. Oh, who's got the ping here? Sumail or Zayat's, my friend?
I know.
Come on now.
Oh,
it's just getting warmed up, guys, you know.
Dude, they get the D ward.
It's only like, what, 9 p.m. for him? This is an early game. You know, these guys, they're up to like 3, 4 in the morning. So he's waking up, probably still getting coffee into him.
Slap, go for the crush. Burrow strike hit. He's woke up now. So bad though. Still backing out of here. Able to heal with all the overcharge. I mean, Collapse is beating the crap out of Zayat's. Crush dead.
Yeah, he wants some more.
The tether back. Oh my god, he thought about going on solo so bad. It's like, please, just give me a second to reach.
Oh, meanwhile, mid lane, Sumail.
Ooh, another one. Yellow Submarine came to play today. 501.
Yeah, it's 5-0 here, guys. I was not expecting that when I looked up top, but yeah, still deathless on the side of Yellow Submarine. Very impressive stuff so far. And think about how close they were to those kills up top with like the Fairy Fire and everything, and how that could have helped with that lane, and it just sort of spiraled from there with the TPing Sand King being so slow to return. Zayat is still level 2.5 right now. Sand King, not a 4 we see too often anymore, but it's also quite greedy.
And Sumail's going to take the walk back. That was a classic disruptor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn. Zayat's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll get this lane for a second. Everything will be okay. Top. Ramses is forced back now. You know, Slardar seems like a good hero, Trent.
Yeah, it turns out. There's a lot of heroes that really don't want to lane versus them. And I will say the IO, like, don't just go into your pubs expecting your game to look like this. You guys pick Slardar. You need the IO if you really want to bully the hell out of people like this, because that's where you're a true beast. The synergy is out of this world. They have so many layers of synergy, it's ridiculous. You got like the move speed sharing from the bonus that Slardar gets. You got attack speed bonus in the very early lane where all your damage is stacked on the bash. And then there's HP regen for total diving. Then the Axe comes out later. Like, it never stops. It's full game synergy happening.
It's terrifying. And now they're just going to take this tower up top. Misses the last hit. That's fine. These things happen. And in the meantime, Solo is going to be left alone down here while they try and rotate everybody else bottom. But Toronto Tokyo in the area. Miposhka there as well. Misses the kinetic field. And see if he goes a little bit too deep. Ramses doesn't have 6 yet, but he doesn't have the Mask of Madness. He's getting really close. Should get it off of this creep wave here.
Yeah, this is really awkward. I'll have Chrono soon.
I'm coming.
Just you wait.
Dude, if he misses it off of this. Oh my god, he didn't get 6. No.
13 XP shy. Zayat's not able to move away in time, it feels like. All right, now Sumail's here too with an invis.
Dude,
We're
they're
gonna
all gone.
fake back here or something?
Yeah. It's like the anti-timing.
Meanwhile, Solo's under his tier 2 up top and very afraid, as he should be.
Just freaking dead. They're gonna bring in heroes to try and save him. No one
His
shows
bash
up.
is prepped again here.
Yeah, they can't do it. Oh, God. All right, Ramses, Chrono, and Mask of Madness. Maposhka's nearby, has 2 points up.
Oh, here we go.
Gonna drop that Chrono, tries to turn, see if he can get the kill. Sumail, he walked into the Chrono. Not sure if it's gonna matter, though. Yes, it definitely did matter there. As they were almost able to turn that back around. Toronto Tokyo won't be able to get the return kill on.
I don't think they could have killed him anyway. I don't think it really mattered.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It would have been nice if they could find a better way to do it, though, for sure, where like he could have maybe hitting at least one of them from outside the Chrono.
Right. That's fair. Or like timed that boundless strike with the ending of it or something.
Yeah, they'll take it though. Get their kill, get their tower. I would say, with how Ramsey's game started, I'd be pretty pleased with what he's gotten down here. They had to sacrifice a lot of their other heroes because they basically gave him like all the camps, all the lane, and the tower. With everyone else just kind of running away from that part of the map, but it's okay.
All right. Well, I think that we've kind of seen the way that these games tend to go at this point as well. Where, you know, after you give all that space away, it looks like Radiant are going to try and control this area of the jungle. They've gotten a couple of D-wards and a really
we're
nice
relocating
down. Oh, okay. Down bottom. Ramses. Glimpse pulls him back in. Come on over here, buddy. Does only have 2 points up in the time walk, and it won't be up in time
now
to get out.
This is a fun conundrum. This is the best kind of problem to have as a slider in a game like this, is what to buy. He had the Blink and the Mask Madness queued up, but now you're buying a Blink at 10 minutes. I will say, because he's the IO, I think this is okay. But like sometimes you find yourself in a game where you buy the 10-minute Blink and none of the other allies want to fight, right?
Right.
Where they're like, well, yeah, that's cool and all, but I'm not strong enough to dive with you. I know you're like a total monster, but because he has the Void Spirit in this game, I think this Blink Dagger is perfect.
I wonder if they even need to relocate with it. Like, part of me is wondering if you just, like, with that overcharge, if he just blinks on somebody, then tether overcharge, they might just die.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. That's the way to go about it.
That's crazy. So much damage.
I'm sure he must have at least thought about a Midas, though. Like, he could have had it so fast.
Big smoke up. Maposhka gonna break it. They spot him. Has level 6. Immediately drops it. Come into my cage, everybody. As they're gonna go for the silence. Beat down one. Sumail is gonna be there. Able to walk away for the moment. Ice Blast afterwards. Going to land on Toronto Tokyo. As they try and back out, but Clap shows up. Gonna start beating up Solo. Takes him down. Now turns on to no one. Can Sumail get anything here? He's not gonna be able to. So no one's gonna be chased down and killed, and Sumail just tries to get out. That was not the smoke they wanted.
Yeah, they don't have any more vision down here, so they won't chase any further, but a bit too deep in this case. No damage on the tower or anything either. They just went in for the kills and were punished hard. Great ultimate there from Maposhka. That's an excellent play. And he's got the Keen Optic too, which is a great item on Disruptor. I mean, you think Glib's having this crazy cast range, but it's just nice for all the other abilities.
Helps with everything, absolutely. Getting the placement down.
Is that a glimpsy glimpse? Bye. Gotta think where you're going.
It's the most annoying thing.
You know, he has a gem for it or whatever that you can get, eh? That's one of my favorite ones. Enemies fountain glimpsed. Oh.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. You get Maposhka's like level 17 Dota Plus, doesn't have the relics. Come on, Maposhka.
That's messed up.
Could be farming points right now. They're coming in exact same spot. This is not deja vu. It's happening again.
And Maposhka's there yet again. Is he the one to interrupt him? Won't drop the static storm is on cooldown, but
Radiant's middle tower is under
I feel like we saw that before.
Radiant's
It's all right.
are fortified.
They timed it. They knew that he only had, 3 more seconds.
Right.
This is the high-level execution of a Division 1 team. They got the stopwatches going, so that's hey, that's gonna work out. Get the bonus attack speed on the tower. Everyone's just here. They're brute forcing things with Chrono, just like the bottom lane, and they will take it.
And there isn't really another objective gain on the rest of the map, but it feels like Yellow Submarine are just waiting for that next tier of items before they want to make some type of a play.
Yeah, they want the contribution from Yataro where they can just say, okay, Void is good. Slider, it's good. We can both jump into the fight and start things, but right now our spend doesn't actually offer that much compared to his gold. Whereas once he has like the next item, he's gonna like double in value.
Harm unseen.
Quite literally, I guess, when it's an Echo Saber, because you know, the double swing and whatnot.
Double. Love to see it. He's getting the magic wand all the way though first. So I kind of love that that's the queue up here with the items that he already has. Like, I'm gonna finish off my wand.
Well, some things are important, you know.
True. The Slardar is so enormous. They have a sentry, they have dust. Gonna pop it. Burrow tries to walk away. Oh my god, Io's beating the crap out of him, Zion. Get out of there now. Chrono, they dove him in too deep. They're gonna be punished. Now Collapse needs to get out of here. Crush to try and run does have a blink dagger. As he jukes, they try and jive. Gets away from there. Will it happen in time? No, he can't get out. They're punished.
That was well worth all the rotations. That was desperately needed. And you know, they actually have pretty good ways to punish him if that happens again, because they have the 4 points in cold feed right now from Solo. So if he ever gets chronoed, you know he's getting chain CC'd. Comes back there. Will drive Sumail away from that gank.
I mean, no Slardar, but still a lot of heroes. Ooh, stun is there. Ice Blast coming out again afterwards. Kochka going to get bopped. And he has Static Storm, but can't get it off because of the Ice Blast. Now Burrow Strike, trying to make something else happen here. Can they blow up Toronto Tokyo? Yes.
They're doing a
big kill.
Yeah, great job of forcing this aggression in perfect moments. Like when they're missing that Slardar and they know he won't be there, 'cause he's such a strong hero for the side of Yellow Submarine right now. So when he's down, they don't just like waste anything. I mean, they don't have Chrono, and yet you still see them diving in that mid lane, right? That's kind of stuff they need right now on the side of 404.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you don't normally see a team lose 3 lanes and then like start winning a couple fights, but they're taking advantage of these moments where Yellow Submarine are overextending or you know, just not all alive because of an earlier overextension.
And in classic Dota fashion, once you feel like you're really winning and then a few things go poorly, you just go Roche. You're like, oh man, I feel like we're a lot stronger than these guys right now. It's like, oh, okay, well, why don't we just go Roche? I want to make sure we don't lose any fights or anything like that. That sounds a good idea, guys.
I mean, there's another classic Dota fashion afterwards, which is get Aegis and do immediately losing it. We'll see if that comes true or not, but... Oh, God.
Nah, there's no Wukongs. Oh, the blink is just finished by Zayatsu. That's a nice recovery considering his start, but great timing from Yellow Submarine to take that down first, because that could have at least amounted to something for them. Solo does not have a lot of faith in this tower survival. Drops the Ob Sentry directly under it.
Has fallen.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh, likewise, so did Maposhka, though. Spots that Ob Sentry there by dropping his own down.
It will be taken out afterwards, so they're gonna have to replace some sentries down. Yeah, this sort of wall of vision that they've created on Just Air,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
kind of
attack.
trying to protect the avenues into their triangle is what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like the Slardar detection system. Oh, another Ob's down.
That blink ready to go. Gotta be careful about their movements here. They have a DD on Toronto Tokyo. Do you think they want to fight into this, or is Chrono too scary?
No, they want to fight. They have Aegis, so always fight for Chrono.
Well, that did not last long.
No. Nice blink.
And they're going to pop the glyph now and use the counter glyph. Keep the creeps alive and the catapult alive for a little bit longer. Boundless strike afterwards. Glimpse away. No more, no one. Jump forward, crush. And that's going to be solo done. Does get the Ice Blast off first. Can't quite catch there on the Aether Remnant. That would have been a big connection onto Sumail, but they're going to get this tier 2 tower pre-20 minutes.
Well, I hope these guys can pick up a keyboard sponsor or something from their tweets, because I feel like something's going to get smashed for the end of this game with these glimpses. It's just so frustrating when you're trying to coordinate things and someone's coming through and they're just gone.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit their own fault. It seems like they're just like falling into the hands of Maposhka, but trying to defend towers is not going to work when you just so blatantly have someone who's just not going to be available.
Right. I mean, I think that it's one of those things where Disruptor's still making a bit of a comeback right now, and maybe teams, you know, you sort of get one of those where you forget it in the game or it happens in the other lane and you're not really like paying the most attention because you're focused on your lane, and then no one gets caught out. And
yeah,
it's happening to different people each time.
How long has Mirana existed, and yet almost every pro game everyone still gets one where the Moonlight Shadow lets someone out and then everyone buys dust like, oh yeah, right.
Another D ward here. really been a battle of wards. I feel like I've seen a bunch of takeaways by SoBad and Solo.
Yeah, the map's been fairly dark, and I mean, we have vision heroes on both sides. We have the Monkey King on the Dire, and we have the Slider to help out on the Radiant side there, probably to track people. So at least we'll have a little bit of hero help happening.
Sven getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter. I believe that he has almost all of the components done. He's just
that's a bold place to put your courier with 1,000 gold to go. Is that just me?
On that high ground?
Yeah, just like lurking next to the secret shop there.
It's a little crazy. Those are two very stacked up couriers with him and the Void Spirit.
Yeah, you guys are wild, man.
But moving into the jungle. No one spots out Collab. Science has the blink. And I'm curious if we're going to see one of Just Air head up there to try and take that outpost. Since we're getting pretty close to that 20-minute marker, if they're just going to let it go.
Oh yeah, true. I feel like they could smoke for it, but it looks like Yellow Submarine have the same thing in mind. And they have good vision too, but the Aegis will still be up for another minute. I think you just gotta accept it. Looks like they're not gonna go for it anyway.
They see SoBad in the area. I mean,
they're kind of coming at like the worst time.
This is a little bit weird. Okay. Collapse.
All right, if everyone jumps on it, they could have turned it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, they're all a little bit too far away. So 350 XP each for the Radiant and none for the Dire. And then Aghanim's done for Void Spirit, and then Aghanim's done for Sven. Wow, is this what they mean by timings?
So
this looks like a Division 1 team to me.
Dude, they're doing it. They almost have a BKB on Collapse. Look at all those squiggles down bottom. They're like, we're not giving this area up. Collapse, Aegis, 20 seconds away from expiring. Oh, he's got to be careful. But likewise, if Just Air try and force the fight before that Aegis is ready to reclaimed. 13. Oh, they're waiting on that timing. Collapse, hanging out. He is in dangerous waters, fishy man. 3, 2, 1.
They have relocate save though. They're trying to bait this.
Oh, they jump in right on top of him. Relocate is going to be enough. Collapse does get brought down, and now Ramsey chops the BKB. They're able to turn this back around as Yataro in a ton of trouble. The Aegis expired. The Burrow Strike.
Oh, that was so good.
And SoBad is going to get caught as well. Just Air waited for that perfect time.
Yeah, and they outbrained them because they thought they would just panic Chrono. And that's why the Eye was positioned like that, because they were waiting for like, okay, they're going to Chrono initiate, and then we'll just, we'll go for the save, right? But then they just do like small initiations, and so you don't really want to relocate out or go for that play, because now if you come in, now you're going to get Chronoed, right? Unless you have the timing like perfect or something. So really well done.
And that IO getting, or rather the healing being stopped by that AA blast was connecting onto Slardar, and then everything fell apart. Great BKB reveal for Ramses. Mask of Madness into BKB. He knew what type of game this was going to be. Trent, I mean, it feels like Just Air are like sort of outplaying them a little bit on Yellow Submarine, but Yellow Submarine still feels very strong.
Yeah, I would say game-wise, it's been very even the whole time. And in this case, that fight just goes the way of 404. They had the right positioning, looked nice, but I think Yellow Submarine has also just had some pretty solid positionings throughout this game, too. That could even be attributed just to the vision battle, too. Talk about all these D-wards happening, and Team Arrow just had better positioning. They had the vision of the Monkey King to help out. It's kind of stuff that always starts deciding these games, right? Is just who gets the vision, who gets that first jump is just so crucial.
Absolutely. And, well, now they're going to move up top again on the side of 404.
Radiant are scanning.
As they are not going to run into that scan quite yet, as they will just now turn red on it. So Yellow Submarine realized they're in the area, and now a counter smoke coming out. Okay. Sven wasn't in that one, though. He's a little ways away, and he's running away from them. So they're not going to have Sven in this fight, but it might not matter as they jump in right at the start, going to try and beat the crap out of Ramses. Starts to get beat down, still holds on to that Chrono until back. And Burrow Strike going to miss. SoBad gets the relocate out of there. Things looking really weird, but now Yataro shows up. Does have... Well, there's no more BKB on Faceless Void. They got to run. Yeah, stun's gonna be there, and they're gonna catch Sand King and kill him.
Again, Ramses, though, he holds that chrono, couldn't catch the IO inside, so at the very least, they're not wasting that. It does give them options to reinitiate the fights. At the same time, though, Yataro not panicking and popping the God Strength. They get the kill without it, thanks to the initiation there from Toronto Tokyo on the Agnum's Void Spirit. So now, both teams kind of playing chicken, it feels like, with these big ultis.
Yeah, and I think both teams also have the ability to get a ton done without using them. Like, these fights can sort of marinate a little bit while everything sort of works itself out, and then we'll have that final big ulti come out at the end.
Dire's bottom tower.
I guess that's just sort of the strength of having like a Sand King and a Slardar in the game.
Well, the Mask of Madness bros down bottom will attack this tower. Force a response here. Can they get much?
Oh, wait, Chrono gonna land solo on Yataro with the A blast afterwards. Everybody caught there in the silence. It's a ton of damage out onto all of the Dire, but can they kill him in time? Sumail goes down. Now Collapse tries to back out of there with no more IO friend. Yataro is gonna need to make up a lot of this damage. The crush and the beatdown is there. Yataro, big hit, stunned for a while, but I think they have enough to run the rest of them down here. Solo's in trouble. Toronto Tokyo makes it happen and jigs up. Indeed.
Radiant's top tower.
All that from just poking away at a tier 1.
Dire's bottom
And that was what you were holding the whole time with the chrono, right? Was for a fight like that. And
Dire's bottom
set up
tower.
pretty good, but I think just the combination of the stacks from the Void Spirit right there, they just went right through them with the damage.
Yeah, that was a 3,800 damage dealt by the Void Spirit in that full round. Double Astral Step, double Resonant Post, I think onto 3 heroes each.
Yeah, they got just like nuked down there. I thought it was the Sven at first when I saw how much their HP was flying away there, but I believe that was all Toronto Tokyo.
Now back for another Roche. Aegis Cheese gonna be there. Ice Blast is coming in, but yet again, it's there a little bit too late.
At the very least, it's a Cheese versus AA, so perhaps some lost value, but yeah, you're in a rough spot right now. You know, we're looking for the silver linings here if you're on Team Error. Not expecting a comeback like the last series. I don't think they got the Leshrac to make it happen.
It's true, yeah. That was so crazy.
You got to fight your way into this one, but they do have the heroes for that. They still have some pretty big combos. They have the Chronosphere plus the AA, which is a different sort of comeback mechanism simply because it can just sort of kill anything because of the way that it works, like the HP reduction and everything, and of course just a ridiculously long chain CC you're gonna have, but that all counts on the IO not being there to help out.
Yeah, and people not like overextending and stuff.
Oh,
This is a nice pickup here, though. Wait, the relocate and immediately they jump away.
Yeah, nice. Because he didn't have the Aegis or the Cheese, so that's very tempting. But once that comes through, it's just like, yeah, no thanks.
And they know Zayat's in the area, but they don't have... Oh, there's the detection. And Glimpse pulls him back in. Skyheads is going to be brought down. So they waited until somebody could come in with the dust.
To see you
Remember cooldown talent taken as well. Yeah, I know what you mean about like having to sort of fight their way back into it, but we've seen pretty good like lack of over exuberance. What's the word for that? Just exuberance? No, that's not it either.
Patience?
Patience, that's the one.
Lack of over exuberance. You writing an essay here, man? You trying to up the word count?
Kind of, yeah, 2.1 font exactly, or whatever it is. You're spacing. No, it's like I just, you know, they've been patient. Yeah, it's on my vocabulary. Get out of here, Trent.
I understand. It's okay. Yes, patience. That I would say they've been fairly patient so far. Yellow Submarine, yeah, they've looked pretty good. Just like waiting for their nice moments. And now they have a Daedalus Sven, which is considered a nice moment when you're level 20 and minus 5 seconds Stormhammer cooldown.
Yeah, totally. No, it's and that to me is the big thing. Is it feels like 404's wins in this game have been based upon Yellow Submarine overextending with like collapse and stuff, like down there in that bottom fight. That was like one of their best fights that they won, and it was around like outplaying that Aegis timing. It's so bad. They get him caught very quickly, trying to give a high five before they find the kill. Daedalus done.
They nosedive. He lives in the trees. He's a tree ant player. He's a techies player. He lurks. He pushes waves. It's probably what he's best at least compared to a lot of his fellow players on the same role. And it's very good in these situations because it's kind of the only way you can play. Unless you are going to find that big fight, it's all about getting the rat action on and trying to delay and find some farm for yourselves. But as Slider said, the jig is up.
And they've got like these wards that are in the lane. They've got vision down, this like sort of soft counter and an IO who can just run in there with spirits going.
They're actually smoking to those monkey illusions. I'm wondering if he was going to stick around for that next wave, but now they see the illusions. Well, yeah, they're going to check to see if he's in that top tree line. Unfortunately for Yellow Submarine, this will be a swing and a miss on this smoke gank.
They showed on lane bottom for a second, so now they're going to realize. It's so scary playing these games against IO.
Oh yeah, I want to shout out this ward too. That ward's really nice down bottom by Sumail because it sees the tree jump too, right? When he's going between those two trees. That's a cheeky one. Oh well, it's gone. Bye bye.
They knew. They had an idea. Well, Poshka's over here. He's trying to catch him.
Dire are scanning.
But Sumail's going to send out those illusions and then jump away. Doing everything they can to try and stall this game out.
He's still hanging out here. I mean, there's no TV for 15 seconds, so. Sumail, jump away.
I mean, it's so ridiculously hard to find this Monkey King in the trees, you know? He's got, there's a really interesting build too of like the Manta into Assault Cuirass for Sumail.
Fortune.
It's like sort of got him some fighting potential, but then also that split push that we're seeing from the Manta, which is pretty cool.
I wonder how he plays it right here, always jumping down.
And immediately they got him. There is a relocate coming in, and it's going to be about all she wrote, I think. Sumail stunned, caught, and killed. Can't get away from Sven.
Give him the wave.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to find the relocate. That's why they all smoked in here. They're going to try and chrono them. There they go, but he missed.
And Burrow afterwards. Shake down the IO. Is it going to be good enough? Ramses gets the chrono, but he caught more.
On the Aegis ending.
And the rest of them. Oh my God. Trying to get out of there. Yataro gets the beat down one time. He's a couple more swipes. No one. Invis backs away. And with the glimpse pulling the Sand King into position, I think the collapse is going to be able to beat him to death. Jigs up, and with all 5 dead, Yellow Submarine looking to take the tier 3 and maybe more.
Yeah, I expect Team Era to just GG out, honestly. Yeah, there it goes. I think this team knows when it's over. They like to call it when they feel like they've had their best chance at it, and that was certainly it. What a nice big fight there from Yellow Submarine. The positioning of the IO to get away from the start of that perfect moment when the Void came back in. Sven, they had just lost the Aegis. That was actually the perfect timing for that Chronosphere, and then IO just on the outside with the cheese.
Yeah.
So just perfectly stamped a victory for them, and sort of summed up a lot of the great fights they had. There were good moments for Team Era, especially.